Welcome to the NBA's most unique arena, home of the Toronto Raptors.
We did it, guys. We made it to the NBA.
Today, we're getting exclusive access to their legendary facilities.
Drake likes to come in here with his family members, his friends.
Going behind the scenes of a Raptors game day.
13 workers, 6 hours to make 200 bins of popcorn for a Raptors game.
And attempting to meet one of my favorite players in the NBA. But in order to do so, we're gonna have to unlock 3 challenges, each one getting harder. All of it starting right now.
Whoa. Back in Canada already. Scotia Bank Arena. Let's go check this place out. How we doing?
Hey man, how you doing, buddy?
Good to see you.
Gabby, I'll be your tour guide for today.
Beautiful arena we got here.
Oh,
Where should we go start?
You know what, wait till you see what we're gonna show you, all right? So welcome to Scotia Bank Arena. This place actually is home to the Toronto Raptors, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and actually one of the largest live concert and event venues in all of North America. This building actually started off in 1940 as the Canada Post building. It was the hub for all the mail that would come through Canada and go to our servicemen and women overseas, up until 1989 when it closed its doors. In 1995, the NBA said, you know what would look a little bit sexy right now? Let's put 2 teams up north in Canada. So they gave us the Vancouver Grizzlies and of course our Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors actually started playing first of all in Maple Leaf Gardens where the Leafs played, and also the Sky Dome, called that now, but now it's Rogers Center. And then in 1998, the Toronto Raptors actually wanted to have their own arena. So they decided to land on this location right here and build their own, brand new facility just for them. This arena right here was just a Toronto Raptors arena first. And in 1998, the Maple Leafs said, you guys can't be the only ones to have the new shiny bright thing. We want to come in too. So they actually bought the Toronto Raptors and decided to move into this building as well. And we began our functions here in 1999. I'm going to show you the ins and outs of everything right now. We're going on a little bit of a walk and we'll do some more talking as we go.
Awesome, man.
Cool,
Let's
man.
do it.
Let's go.
Now, we aren't just here today to show you around. At the end of this video, we're actually gonna be getting on court with the Raptors, but in order to do so, we're gonna have to complete a few challenges. Starting off with challenge number 1, getting a bucket in an NBA arena.
Have a bronze statue of the dunk that Vince Carter did at the All-Star game, the 2000 All-Star game. We have a bronze right there with our Toronto Raptor mascot imitating the dunk. And Vince is famous for just looking at the camera and just saying, it's over, baby, it's over. He knew he was gonna win that slam dunk competition. And one of the cool new things that we added this year is this place right here. This kiosk is called the Amazon Takeaway and Go kiosk. What you do is you walk in, you scan your credit card, you grab yourself a beer, you grab me a beer, of course, and you just walk right out. No checkout, no waiting in lines, no cashier, no nothing. It just knows that you grabbed your beer, grab what you have, you get back to your seat so you don't miss as much of the game as you can.
It's pretty cool. We're gonna have to try it out tonight.
Absolutely, right? Yeah, definitely when you come tonight, check it out. Show you the arena from there, but I'm not. I'm gonna tease you and give you a better look at it from down here.
Guess you gotta keep watching.
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, we are the Toronto Raptors. Do you know why we were actually named the Raptors?
I do not.
So we actually had a contest that was held many years ago when we first got the team to figure out what the team name was going to be. Gave it out to our fans to vote on it. Some of the options were the Toronto Beavers. What? Toronto Hogs? No. Toronto Tarantulas. Okay. The one that I liked the best was Toronto Towers. You have the CN Tower. Basketball players are pretty tall. Toronto Towers. But the fans voted on it because the Toronto Raptors, because Jurassic Park had just come out and it was like a big thing and it's on everyone's mind, very fresh. So the Toronto Raptors won, and I'm not going to take credit for it because you've seen the movie Jurassic Park. So I'm not going to take this line. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scotia Bank Arena.
Wow, there it is. I mean, this is about as good as it gets up here.
I think one of the coolest things about doing these arena tours is just the eerie quietness. It's just you overlooking, quiet. Just quiet, just looking over everything.
Yeah, it's so, I find it so interesting seeing like the calm before the storm of all the games.
Exactly.
See the people who actually make it happen every day, go down there and then get their jobs done. It's so interesting.
It's so interesting.
Now, one of the most interesting things about an arena that is home to both an NBA and NHL team is that the seasons overlap, meaning they have to be able to convert a basketball court into an ice rink in a matter of hours. This process involves dozens of people, converting hundreds of seats, and requires extremely precise calibration to make it happen. So my question is, how do they do it?
Believe it or not, the ice is actually in all year round. It actually comes out when the Maple Leafs games season is done. So this year that'll be in July after we win the cup. And of course the ice is there, and then of course on top of that we put a little bit of a black padding, and that's where we build our stages for concerts and comedy shows and whatnot. When that's not being used, we actually have a big jigsaw puzzle makes the court. So we tuck that away from behind. So it takes about 5 hours to convert from court to ice. But it literally is a big jigsaw puzzle piece that you put together to see the court that you have right there.
So if we were looking at it from right here, how does the court get disassembled to where the ice is under it?
The ice is underneath it right now, yeah. So when we get down to that level, you'll be stepping on the black mat. The ice will just be underneath that as well.
So you guys, scheduling wise, have to make sure that
We have
enough buffer time.
We have games literally where there'll be a Raptors game one night and then the Leafs game the next night. So as soon as the Raptors game is done and the fans start clearing out, they literally start taking it apart and putting it all together.
That's one of the coolest things in sports.
Outside of the court swap, to keep an arena up and running, it takes hundreds of people doing some pretty unique things. Like, I bet you've never wondered the amount of popcorn that it takes just to host a single NBA game.
So as you can hear, the popcorn's being brewed right now. We got our lovely popcorn makers right there making tonight's popcorn batch. And then they also do the cotton candy down here as well. We're known for some incredible popcorn here at the Scotia Bank Arena.
I've never thought about that you need a mass popcorn operation.
Absolutely.
In the stadium.
And it's, how much popcorn do you guys make for a game?
200 something bins.
Does it change per Leafs or Raptors or per opponent or anything, or it's always basically 200 bins?
If at least you get like 250.
Okay, just because they might have more people in attendance or something like that?
How long does that take you?
Like 6 hours.
If 30 people making popcorn, they make 200 bins of these, and it takes them almost 6 hours between the 30 people just to make the popcorn ready for each game. That's so cool.
Another incredibly important part of the operation that I've never thought about how much goes into it is scoreboard videos and graphics. The Raptors have an entire team working around the clock dedicated to just that.
Yeah, we'll come on in. So this is anything that you see that goes on during the game on the scoreboard actually gets all funneled in here and put together right here.
It's like war in here during game time.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
You guys have all that. They'll always be recording our program what's out as well. So whenever we have a break in play, they can put together a little clip of, okay, you got one play and you've got all 4 angles.
That's cool. It's these two machines right here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna repeat what he said because I don't know if the microphone will be able to pick you up from all the way there. These two things record everything that's happening for 4 cameras each on the court, and then when there's a replay, so when you guys see instant replay in real time, guys up here are sitting and they're building packs, chopping all the plays up right away, and that's how you guys get to see it. It's all done in real time and live through these machines right here, and genius people like him right here. What was your name? I'm sorry.
Scott.
Scott Cullen, nice to meet you.
So this is the Coors Light chill zone. So if you come to a game in between periods or in between quarters, it's a nice place to meet up with friends. Grab yourself a beer or two. I don't know if you can tell by the camera, but I've been known to have a beer or 6. And it's a nice place to come and meet up with some friends. And you guys are gonna come to the game tonight. You come tonight, you come another night. I'll even point it out to you and you could blink and miss it completely because Cullen will. This is the Raptors practice court right behind here.
Walk right by.
And let me take you inside. Let me show you what it looks like.
You never know. This is just connected to the court inside Chosen.
So this is regulation size basketball court. We the North is a phrase that we inherited and we came up with it many years ago to kind of rally it because we now are the only Canadian team in basketball. So we the North kind of made it be like the whole country is rallying against the Raptors around the Raptors. But this is the practice court. And I did lie to you because it's not actually the practice court for the Raptors anymore. They now practice off-site at the OVO Center. It used to be the BioSteel Center.
You heard that right. He just said the OVO Athletic Center. Now, I know what you're thinking. No, this is not Drake's in-home personal gym. The Raptors actually practice right down the street in the 68,000 square foot facility that Drake's brand OVO bought naming rights to in 2018. Don't worry, we're gonna learn more about Drake's involvement soon. But this state-of-the-art facility features 2 full-size courts, a large fitness, weight room, and training area, locker rooms with individual TV monitors above each locker, an extensive medical and rehabilitation center, including cold tubs, hot tubs, and an underwater treadmill, along with a player lounge that includes a full-service kitchen and dining room. However, the most unique part about this gym is the 121 by 10 foot screen that hangs beside the main court. Players will see stats and analytics in real time on the screens, including critiques to their shots, analyzing the arc and rotation of the ball. But back to the court in the arena, this gym is typically used for other teams warming up or players rehabbing prior to games. For me though, this could be the perfect moment to complete challenge number 1 and finally get a bucket.
Fun fact, difference in the NBA ball versus the college ball. Shoot or shoot. And there it is. Nope. All right, here we go. There's one. All right, we're good now. We're back. Challenge completed.
There you go!
We made a shot. Challenge completed. I'm sorry to ruin your workout. Challenge 1 completed. We only have 2 to go.
But these 2 challenges turned out to be way harder than I thought.
We tried our best.
Starting with getting a custom All Hail
I didn't know
jersey.
if we'd have the time. I didn't know if the Raptors would have the ability, but
However, let's go check out the rest of this arena before we get into any of that.
So this is the 200 level right here. Actually, it's going to be like artist row. We actually reached out to 34 different artists around Canada. Actually, hundreds of artists around Canada. 34 of them sent back 76 pieces of artwork, defining what it feels like to be a Raptor fan, a Leafs fan, any fan of a certain concert or artist, something like that. One of the pieces that I really like right here is this one right here. It actually has Damon Stoudemire, Vince Carter, and of course Scottie Barnes. Cullen, you know why those three guys? They're the only Rookie of the Years in franchise history. So we honored all three of those guys with a picture.
I mean, this detail here is incredible.
The cool thing about all the artwork that you're going to see is that if you have any questions or anybody comes and likes the artwork, there's a barcode beside every single one that you can scan and then learn more about the piece of work or the artist themselves.
Mumford representative right here.
There you go. So we have a private members only club exclusive in here by invitation only or by membership. It's actually called the Share Club, and actually Drake is the one behind this one. It's an MLSE owned and operated club, but Drake put his name and an attachment to it. Share is actually Drake's grandparents' last name. This is the Share Club, a nice little private club. Drake likes to come in here with his family members, his friends, and have a couple of drinks in between games or in between periods. What goes on in there, we don't know. There's no access to it. I can't get in. I'm not a member. I haven't been invited. So Drake, if you're watching, give us an invite. We'll come in. Drake was outside of our arena celebrating the championship. We had a stage. We have a little watch party area out front, which is pretty cool. It's called Maple Leaf Square, but for the Raptors game, it's called Jurassic Park. And fans stand there. We have a massive screen outside of our arena. You'll see it today when you come to the game. And there's like a loading zone, and it just literally has thousands of fans packed deep down inside, all there just watching the game live on the big screen. It's so cool.
Drake seems like the face of...
So Drake is actually an ambassador to the Toronto Raptors have made a global ambassador to the franchise and to the team specifically. So that's why we have a lot of Drake influenced stuff. He's been a big component of, he's a big artist. Lots of people like him. So actually having the Drake effect brings free agents and brings people, to Toronto. Grady Dick, when he got drafted, he was like, I kind of just want Drake to wear my jersey one day, right? And he's like, yeah. And they asked him about it like the other day, and he's like, I don't know if he's worn it yet though, but Drake, right? So players like to come, they dab up Drake, they get to see Drake. It's like a little bit of a nice little added touch. You want to follow me in here. It's a cool experience because you get a 360-degree view of the entire stadium. And we were talking about Justin Bieber, but yeah, I actually did come to a concert a couple years ago here of Justin Bieber.
Wow, man. Yeah, this would be a little spot. Get some food loaded up right here. Watch the rest of the game. Steakhouse connected to the court, to the actual arena. That's super cool. Hot stove.
Hot stove. This is the Platinum Lounge, Platinum Club area.
There's so many different avenues for fan experiences, from just watching a game to being able to have a steak dinner.
Absolutely. Like that's what we want to do. We want to actually appeal to everybody, right? We want to have the fan that just comes here and just wants to scream their face off. It's their son's first game ever. We give them a bag of popcorn and they're so happy. To the other fans that might come on a date night, have a nice little steak dinner and whatnot, we can appeal to everybody. So
play like the Rocky theme song. Dude, it's with the lighting, it's like we're going out with our name being called. Wow. We did it, guys. We made it to the NBA.
So this is the arena. The cool thing, there's our Jumbotron up there. We'll get it with the lights on a little bit later on, but it's 4 stories high. Inside we have 2 Maple Leafs that can light up to any color. So for the Raptors, it'll be red. For the Leafs, it'll be blue. This front row right here, we have back in 1995 when we became a franchise. We had a gentleman who's a car dealership, car owner. His name is Nav Bhatia, and he bought a season tickets for the Raptors, and he has been to every single game since. We actually call him a super fan, and he's well known. He's like a local celebrity here.
I know exactly
He's
what
a
you're
super
talking about.
fan, Nav, exactly. So he's been here to every single game. Season ticket holder since day one, and he's kind of our good luck charm, especially when we went on our run to win the chip. This is the visiting team's bench. See, these are the chairs. Yeah, we'll give you leather, but not much else, right? And you can see the comparison of the opposing team's bench, and look at our bench and our seats right here. So this is literally like, it's a hydraulic chair. It has a bum warmer, a back warmer, and it can go up and down for the players to sit and enjoy.
They're elevated, they're thicker. It's nice to play at home.
For the very first time in NBA history, in 2019, a Game 7 was actually decided on a buzzer-beating shot. Kawhi Leonard took the shot. It's a big one here in Canada for us fans, and it didn't bounce on the rim once, not twice, not even 3 times. It bounced on the rim 4 times before it went in, and we won Game 7 right here. And that actually all took place right here on the corner of this court is where the shot happened. And if you want to get a good look at where the EL right here is in Fandle, you can sort of picture Joel Embiid crying because he has to go back home to Philadelphia and spend the rest of the summer there. But this is where the shot happened. So this is the visitors' dressing room right here, but it's not just for NBA, it's for actual NHL as well. We use this for both leagues. This is where they come in here. But also artists, when they come into town, this is their dressing room, their green room. Justin Bieber likes to use the Maple Leafs dressing room though, and Drake, of course, uses the Raptors one. But this one has had more people in it, famous people, than any other room in the city of Toronto.
That's so funny that they choose to use their
ones,
favorite
exactly,
team's
right?
locker rooms.
So like literally we played the Utah Jazz last night, and as soon as the game was done, Utah sort of cleared all the stuff out. Washington came in, they put their own lock on the door. It's everything theirs now behind there, and that's them for the night.
You guys want to go check out a hockey locker room? Let's do it. Come on in. Oh, wow. Oh, jersey hanging up too, man. Are you kidding me? Now, I grew up in Orlando, Florida, a place relatively desolate of hockey, but this feels unreal. This is so cool.
Yeah, so we actually have it set up right here where our two goalies are situated right there because they have the biggest stalls, so they need the most equipment right there. We have our defensemen lined up along this wall right here. We like to accent our captains. So our captain is Austin Matthews. He sits right here in the center, so he's able to address the team. Our assistant captains are Tavares and Marner, and then our defensive assistant captain is Morgan Riley, who sits right there. As of about 2-3 weeks ago, this room has actually just been redesigned. So we used to have the logo on the floor right here in the center, and there's a tradition in hockey where you're not allowed to step on the logo. So the players wouldn't step on it, media, fans, nobody was allowed to step on it. And over the break in February, we actually grabbed the logo, put it up in the ceiling right there, and reimagined and redesigned it to give it a little bit more brightness and a little bit more room for the players to have accessibility and walk around. Kind of what the equipment that gets sets up looks like in their stall. So he has his pants up there, his shoulder pads, obviously. So this is, everyone's like, oh, how does their equipment fit in there? So that's kind of the design.
Now as this tour wraps up and we finally go get our custom jersey, I just wanted to come on here and say thank you. I've been making videos for almost 4 years now, but 2025 has been by far the highlight of it all. Like what we started in this room somehow just led to us making a video with an actual NBA team. Life is crazy and it's only just begun, so click subscribe because, well, I think it's time to show you what we've all been waiting for.
All right, now that our arena tour is complete, they told us that we need to go get a custom jersey. So we get to go and actually pick out whichever one we want and get All Hail written on the back. I don't even know where to start. All right, we're going purple jersey, 2X, personalized, All Hail. Then you just take the ticket and you get a custom jersey. Guys, I didn't know if this second challenge would be completed. I didn't know if we'd have the time. I didn't know if the Raptors would have the ability, but oh my goodness. Custom All Hail Raptors throwback. You guys see this? All Hail, the Ocho, numero 8. That was my number in high school. I think this trip is going pretty good, to say the least. We still have one challenge left. We need to go get a DAF from our favorite player on the entire team. I think it's only right. We're throwing the Raptors jersey, and we go do it right now. Woo-hoo!
Now, as we got to our seats, we quickly realized that getting on the court prior to the game wasn't going to be an option, so we had to wait till this thing was finished. So, of course, we went and did the only reasonable thing we could do first.
Popcorn that they spent, what was it? They spent 6 hours today making 200 crates of popcorn. Stuff better be good. Ooh, bro. I got Canadian snacks in here, bro. Crispers. They got Cadbury eggs. Bro, I've never seen any of these. Maynards. I've never seen these before, do you? All right, we're gonna try these. Maynards. Thank you.
The royal treatment, please.
Woo! You see all these snacks? Come on now. He wasn't kidding, man. This popcorn's pretty good, bro. Fun fact for you guys to know. Guy who's behind the camera, first NBA game today. How's it feel, man?
Feels pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna see how the action turns out, see if it's worth the hype or not.
Deal, let's get it.
As we got back to our seats, the national anthem played.
They are indeed booing our national anthem.
And then the game kicked off. This arena was jumping. The place was electric. The Wizards and Jordan Poole, they were actually cooking too.
No glaze, but the way that calf sleeve sits on Jordan Poole's calf is so shifty.
But everything came down to the wire, where with just 2 seconds left, the Raptors had the ball and the place went silent.
That was tough! What a way to go out, Toronto!
But then, minutes later, the refs came back on the screen and waved the shot off.
What? That didn't count. Count your blessings. This is crazy. The final challenge of the video. Scottie Barnes is out on the court. The favorite player. This was the mission the whole time. We gotta go just get it down. We gotta get it down.
Hurry up, because we don't got no battery.
As you heard, we'll say our camera died, but we ended up switching to the phone. Now, I saw Scottie sitting, talking to fans, and was finally walking up to dab him up, but Then security grabbed us and told us that it was time to go, so we never got the dab.
We tried our best. We got bounced.
Now we were sad, but it's okay because we just made a video with an NBA team. Like, what more are we even asking for at this point? Also, I dapped up Bub Carrington off camera, a Pit guy, love that dude. But I'm just so thankful to be in this position that I don't even really care. We will be back and we will get even better. But for now, after the buzzer had sounded and I thought the game winner counted, I recorded an outro that I'm just gonna put here because it was way too hype. Who cares if it didn't count?
If you want to see your name on screen in the next one and hit game winners like that, comment All Hail the Raptors and let us know what NBA arena should we go to next. This has been All Hail BBall, our first NBA video. We really did it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.